everyone, Damien here from DKBrickStudios, and today, we've hit it, boys. We've hit 100 subscribers. God, that's crazy. We've been doing this for, what, like 3 years? And we reached 300? Before I get on into this, what we're doing here today, with that, let's let the intro roll, and we'll get started with this. Shall we? Let's. Alrighty, so here we are, and, well, would you look at that, folks? We're at 100. I knew I was going to make it at some point. I didn't expect it to take this long, but hey, I was here for the frickin' through of it. So, yeah. Man, let's get on into what we're doing today. So, yo all are looking at part 1 of my 100 subscriber special. This is a special where we're going to be looking at every model I have uploaded from the very first model we've done, which was Optimus Prime and Transformers last night, to the Rise of Skywalker wave, the Kel Beer Skimmer in the Rise of Skywalker. Transformers 2007 is not in this video, unfortunately, because as of the moment of me recording this, and by the likelihood of this video of me hitting 100 subscribers, I am not able, it will not be in it, but we are going to just go right on into that. That'll be our first thing. So yeah, that'll be our first model actually, our first wave actually. In the next one, when we hit, I'm thinking either 250 or 500. But yeah, we'll think about that later. So yeah, quick brief rundown of what we're going to be going, how this is going to work, and then we'll get you right on into this. All right. So there's going to be 3 parts. All of them are going to be coming out in one day. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get notified when that comes out. I would highly recommend that because you don't want to miss any part of this. Also, you'll be seeing, we'll be covering each model like in 1 to 2 minutes, pretty much. And most of the models, most of the waves, I'm just covering all the models I've done. I'm doing all the models I've done. Nothing special. I'm just giving my thoughts, quick opinions, thoughts. If there's anything I could have done better, yeah, and what if I liked it or not, like what could have been better, and yeah, that's basically how we're doing this. And it's a great way for me to at least, kind of look back on the models of old, and be like, hey, we started off there, but now we're all the way over here. Look at that. Wow, we've gone a lot. We've done a lot, and there's things I could have done better. And, I think it's a pretty cool thing to do. So, let's get ready. So, get ready, folks. We've got a lot more to do. We've got a lot of work to do, actually. We got a lot going on, but, yeah. We got a lot to go through. This is about an hour for you all. So, get ready for that. I hope you guys enjoy this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this portion and the next portion. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next. I'll see you all at the end of this. Alrighty, so let's jump on into this. So as I mentioned in the intro to all of this, we're going to cover like each individual model in we're going to cover each individual model as quickly as possible. I'll try to go like 2 minutes at a time, but I'll try to do my best, but I'll give my quick thoughts on all these. So yeah, we're going to be going in order from the very first one to the last one. To the most updated recent one. So yeah, let's get on into this. I might be repeating myself. I am recording this right before I even did the intro to this, so who knows if I'm repeating myself here. But let's do this. So we're starting off with Transformers: The Last Knight. So first model we had and the very first model we even started that got our channel going was in the wave, and not even the wave, but on our channel, was Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime was a pretty good design. I honestly liked how it came together. It looks really good. His robot mode, I really am a fan of. His truck mode, don't get me wrong, yeah, it's good. It could be better, I feel, but again, I mean, that's how it is with a number of these robot modes. But I'm not against that. I mean, that it don't get me wrong. It does look like a truck. I will say that it does look like a truck. Um, one of the better models of the robot alt modes, but it is a truck nonetheless. I honestly like how Optimus Prime came out, and I'm glad he was the first one to have been started on our journey onto YouTube. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. So Megatron. Megatron. I remember doing a number of multiple models, versions of these. And he was one of them. He was one of the few I did a number of. Because I didn't know entirely what his robot mode was, alt mode was going to be, and then, I was just like, okay. When I figured it out, I did it. And I think his alt mode is pretty well done. It actually looks pretty clean. It's a pretty clean transformation. His backpack is pretty clean compared to some of the other guys. Yeah, a little bit sticks out, but it works. He's got alternate different legs design and arm design than Optimus Prime did. And his cannon is a pretty cool cannon design as well. I forget if his axe was actually used or not in the alt mode. I doubt it, but if it was, that'd be actually pretty cool. But yeah, overall I'll say I like how he came out. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one, Crosshead. So, I remember trying to do this one. Trying to give him his trench coat. The trench coat parts did not end up in the alt mode, thank God, because that would have been a pain in the ass to build and of itself add to the vehicle. But he was something to deal with. But nonetheless, I think he came out pretty well. I know that those little clips there are meant for, like, the guns to be stored. He's got, he does look like I did attempt to make him look like a Corvette. I think I did a good job, It could be better, yes, but I think I did a good job. His robot mode is pretty nice, I will say. His alt mode could be better, but it is what it is with these designs. You get some good ones, you get some bad ones, but hey, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, I think I did a pretty bang-up job with this guy. So let's go on to the next guy. Drift. Yes, honor. Yes, I think I remember saying that in my tutorial. If not, I am severely disappointed in myself. But yeah, here is Drift. His alt mode could have been done better. It could have been done better. I mean that in the best sense possible. But it was the best I could do. Because I had to literally pop the front legs off. Pop where the legs were connected to off. Figure out how to put the legs on. So it's not my fault that I could have thought I could have done better. I could have, although the backpack, I'm kind of glad that didn't get thrown into the mix as well. Because some of the backpack is meant for holding his weapons. A part of it is also for the alt mode, which is nice. So yeah, really high-end he's there. He's got his golden sword, he's got his swords and his daggers. Kind of playing into the toy. Here I was kind of watching toy reviews at the time of Transformers from the newest one. And I was like, oh, let's emulate that, and I did. So yeah, he turned out pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. He could have been better, I feel, but hey, he's not that bad. It could have been a bit better, I will say, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, let's get on to the next one. Next guy, Barricade. Yes, when I saw this guy had a six-barreled gun. A gun with a six-barreled gun around his arm. I knew I had to try to emulate that on his robot mode, and it works. I got it there. I also got him his baton. I know he had a baton as well, so I had to give him that like nightstick. He'd go, on an Autobot. That would have been cool if he actually used that in the movie. It's been a while since I've seen it too. I remember liking it. I'm probably gonna like it again when I go to rewatch it. I remember adding the lights that he had on his shoulders, which was pretty dope, and the wheels there as well. Yeah, I kind of went all out with this guy. I'm not gonna lie. His alt mode could so be done better. It kind of feels like a truck as opposed to a police car. Where the wheels are all the way up here. If you guys get on my case about Optimus Prime in the from episode from Transformers One, where those wheels are, could get on my ass. Don't get on my ass about that. Get on my ass about where the wheels are for this guy. All right. I could have done better with this, but live and learn, I suppose. I even added like the grill on him, so you had to contend with that as well. Another contending part to him. Hi, Savoy. But let's go into the next. So, I don't think there's much more to cover with him. I kind of like how I did the legs here. They look really nice. They have a lot. And I like the color scheme for him. And yeah, let's go into the next feller. Hound. Yes, I remember building this guy. He was fun. His alt mode, I will say, could have been slightly a bit better. Again, I had to pop the legs off and throw them somewhere else because I had a special piece, something coming in front of where the legs were going to be. So, and the arms, they're just, that's a common case. Let's just pull up Drift, Barricade, and Hound. They all, so far, from what I can tell, have the same arm design transformation. I might go back and redo these guys, but, yeah, some of his guns are still on him, as you can tell here. But here, I gave him a crap ton of guns. Yeah, I gave him a lot of weapons for him to use. He's got 2 shotguns, his Gatling gun, a knife, a walkie-talkie, 2. I think those are supposed to be shotguns or what. These are 2 types of pistols. I was kind of emulating the toy there, where he had a crap ton of guns. He had a crap ton of guns on him, and that was one thing I liked. He had a ton of guns. He had a ton of guns. But that was worth it, though. It was worth it having all those guns. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, we even have the gut there. He's got his gut. Could have been a bit better emulated on him, but it works. At least he has his gut, which is important. And yeah, he's a big ballerina of death. Forget the line. I haven't seen the Michael Bay movies in a while. I need to go rewatch them. And here is Bumblebee. So yeah, we're on to Bumblebee now. Yeah. Again, with this arm design transformation, I've been doing this for every single one so far. Apparently I wasn't smart enough to just think about, redo move. Everybody apparently seems to have a very similar transformation as well, because Bumblebee's front cab section is essentially just like, okay, take something off, take the legs off, put something on the front, put it where the back is. There's no change in build design, in transformation design. Bumblebee has his trusty gun that we see in his movie, in the movie, His legs actually look really cool, I'm not gonna lie. I like how I did the legs design, They look, they give him that look that he has in the movie. We, of course, has his trusty little wings, his little wings. Which I like that. I'm glad that I emulated those. But yeah, there's not much to really cover with Bumblebee. He just looks like Bumblebee. And again, his alt mode could have been completely better. I feel like his alt mode could have been a whole lot better. So yeah, let's go into the next feller. Hot Rod. Again with the same robot arm design build. God, and I just pulled those off and put them back there for no reason. And I put where it's supposed to be the grill on the top of the HUD. On top of the car, What the hell, Damien? What the hell passed me? You built these. You should know what the hell you're doing. Apparently not. I'm a little frustrated myself, you can tell. It passed me. But that's not why we're here. We're here to look at Hot Rod. So he's got his two guns. That's what I believe was to stop the time, was the time gun, you know? Which was actually a pretty cool gun. I like that. That was a cool gun, and I loved that. I really liked it. Hot Rod's leg design, this design here is actually really nice. Nothing much really changes here for the leg design. Like, again, all these guys are pretty much the same in leg build. In the back design, I mean, he could have been, honestly, this guy is another one that could have been done completely better. I mean that. This is his other gun. I forget what his other gun was. Again, I gotta rewatch that film. Here is Hooligan. Yeah, this guy's actually a lot different as alt mode. He is supposed to be a Volkswagen bus. It's good. It kind of looks like a van of some sort. It could be better in some ways more than others, but I mean, it's something. Here's his cool gun. I like how I was able to make some custom guns, you know. His backpack, he's got a backpack, I'm not gonna lie. He's got a bit of a backpack, but at least it's something. It helps him, he's got something there. But it's there to help support with the back, with his back, you know, with that whole ordeal. I mean, yeah, I just rotated the arms up, but hey. That one was more of a purpose than anything else, as opposed to the previous ones. Oh god. And yeah, we even have his little chain, like dreads on the back of his head. I wanted to emulate that on these guys as well, which of course I couldn't really attach the chains on him, but I told people in my tutorial, you're welcome to attach his chains on him. You're welcome to attach them to kind of add to his design, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much it with this guy. Like I said, his design could have been a bit better, but it worked for what it had to be. Hooligan looks pretty good. I like him. And, yeah. On to Nitro Zeus. Now, he was a pretty cool alt mode. His robot mode is pretty cool. I like the guns I gave him. The alt mode is pretty dope. It looks like a plane, which it's supposed to achieve, which is nice. I love it when my alt mode's achieve something. So it's a nice build, nice design. He's got his, like, I think that's supposed to be like a crossbow kind of gun. He's got a set of chain, like, whip thing I was noting. I made that as a separate arm just in case if somebody wanted to use that. He has like a freaking Gatling gun of some sort. He had these. He had like I gave him like a bit of a backpack, but that was more for the transformation stuff. I added a bit of detailing that was supposed to be on him, but it's hidden from all that stuff. But yeah, you can kind of see how he came out, and I really like how he was built, and he looks dope. I like it. He's a dope-looking Transformer, and I'm pretty proud of it. How his design came together. So yeah, on to the next one. Here is Mohawk. Yeah, I will say I'm pretty proud of his robot mode, of his alt mode. It's supposed to be a motorcycle, and I did the best I could with how I could do it. I mean, yeah, one could say this is supposed to be a bicycle, like some kind of tricycle, some kind of thing. But I'm gonna say it's a motorcycle. His robot mode is pretty cool. He's got not much of a backpack. I mean, he's barely got any back at all, really. I mean, I was trying to go. I had to change up my design actually for this guy because I knew I had to for him because he was supposed to be smaller, and I knew the design I originally had was going to make it harder for me to do that. So I believe I went with originally a 2x2 build, but that didn't work out well for how I wanted to put the body together. So I went with a 2x2, a 2x3, which as you can see, that's what we stuck with, and that worked beautifully, and I'm happy with how that came out. As you can see, we've got his wheels on his shoulders, which he has which is true to his robot mode. We have his arms here, and yeah, I really like how he came together. I'm really proud of it. Honestly, this is a nice one. I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah, I honestly feel like Optimus Prime and Megatron are my best ones, but I mean, that's just me. You guys are welcome to comment on that. I think we're almost done. We got 2 more left in this wave. So yeah, on to the next one. Yeah, we got one more after this, if I'm not mistaken. So here's Onslaught. I remember trying to make sure to get the, like, things that he had sticking up here, like, little things, paneling that he had up here, his giant ass claw he had, and the and, like, the 2 guns he had on the side. Now, of course, like I said, we'll say, this kind of building design is a bit on me. I could have done it a bit better, I feel. Make it a bit more slimmer, you know. But again, this is me before Studio. This is when I had Lego Digital Designer, and they didn't have a lot of options on here. Studio had a lot more options on it. And I was just trying to achieve a design. I didn't really care if it looked pretty or not. As you can see, we have his little tow hook here. Honestly, I think his design, his alt mode looks really nice. I will note. We got his tow hook here. His arms are sticking out here, but that is perfectly fine. I am okay with that because a part of them are hidden by his by these paneling here that I've attached onto him. And of course we have the front grill bit there. But yeah, I really like how that came out, honestly. This one's a nice one, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like I just tried to build things for the sake of building them, and you know what? Now that I have more of a following, which isn't much compared to when I started, yeah, I'm about to be 100 subscribers more, but again, you know, compared to some other people, yeah, I could have a lot more, to be perfectly honest. I could be in a better place, but again, I am proud to be where I am at right now, this very day. So yeah, uh, I'm not just building things to build things. I'm trying to build things to look like what they need to look like. So yeah, and make it be efficient and clean, and you know, be intricate yet you know easy to follow as possible. And you know, hey, sometimes I gotta go look back at some old designs. You know, that's kind of one of the reasons why we're doing this. So yeah. On to the last one of the Transformers line, then we're gonna go on to the Last Jedi. So here is Berserker. He was also to be a van, I believe. Yeah, he's supposed to be a van. You can see we've got some dreads on him as well, which I think I've emulated pretty well. These were supposed to be like spike mine, like grenades that he had on him, which you could give to him and have him like use at any point. This I'm not gonna lie, the use of the head to help attach the feet, you know, like that's pretty dang useful. Like that's intuitive right there. I mean, yeah, so I feel like some of my other Transformer designs are a lot better than what we have today, than what I started off with, but hey, I grow. We all grow, boys. We all grow. So yeah, um, it's supposed to be like a black SUV, so yeah, from what I can remember. Yeah, he's got a bit of a backpack, but it's not much. Unlike some of the other people, like Nitro Zeus, Bear Kid, I believe, had a bit of a one. So yeah. But I mean, it at least comes together nicely. He looks pretty cool. And yeah. And I think that's it with this wave. So we're gonna go on to The Last Jedi. Alrighty, so now we're on to the last Jedi models. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in the intro, like again I said in the in the last night models bit before I started that. I don't know about if I'm doing about I haven't recorded the intro yet. I don't know if I mentioned this yet. I might be repeating myself here. I don't know if I mentioned here if I am actually showing, if I said anything about if I was showing off the prototypes here, because about if the prototypes are going to be shown here now. The prototypes won't be shown here because that was before I got into studio and I didn't bring over the prototypes in here from here to here, from LDD into studio. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So if you are expecting to see the prototype designs, we're going to not have those on here. You're welcome to go check that out in the playlist if you're so inclined to, but unfortunately those will not be seen here. So let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's. So, here is the Resistance A-Wing, the first model of The Last Jedi. This was not the exactly first model we did in The Rise of Skywalker, not The Rise of Skywalker, The Last Jedi. The first one we did was Poe's X-Wings as a prototype. So, that's what we did. But this one is the one that we are starting off with. And honestly, I like it. It's a pretty good, simple design. It works. It does what it needs to do. It looks like an A-Wing from the Resistance era. And it does its job overall well, and I really like how it came together. It looks sleek. It looks like, something you'd see in Star Wars, And, yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, we've got the engines back here, the guns, and, the cockpit up here, and that classic A design. So, yeah. Now, let's move on to the next model, shall we? Alrighty. So, here's Poe's X-Wing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I could have done better with this, and I did do better with Poe's X-Wing from The Rise of Skywalker. Brilliant design, that one was superb. The X-Wings the foils are not as huge as they are in this one. But yeah, this one has the adage of the little fire bit, because that engine has that little extra engine bit on there. So yeah, we have the nice engine bit here. We have our engine set up with the engines on the back, the blasters and that. And yeah, the cockpit. And I honestly feel like this looks pretty good. I mean, it was a good design at the idea. I was trying to figure out how to best get all the parts on. And I'm like, okay, I want to keep the orange, but I don't. Plus, I don't think LDD had these in orange. I really don't think they had them in orange. But Studio does, which really helped with building the Poe's X-Wing version from The Rise of Skywalker, which we'll be looking at later down the line in either this video or in the next part. I don't know. We'll see. In another part. But we'll see. But yeah. Here, she looks pretty... She's not that bad of a model. I feel like she could have been a bit better, but, it was good for what she had. So yeah. Let's go on to the next one. The Resistance Bomber. Now this is actually one of my... I feel like it's a favorite of mine, honestly. It's a pretty cool ship. I like it. And I like how it came together. It looks pretty cool. I like how it looks, honestly. I like how we have the double guns up here. And the two turrets on the back. I honestly love this Lego set. The Lego set is one of my favorites by far. It's like one of my favorite Lego sets, and I love this model. This model is amazing that I did here. I feel like I did a superb job here. It looks really good. It captures the essence of the bomber in a smaller fashion. It took my original design I had, and I modified it heavily. I modified it to a point where it looks like this. And honestly, I think I did a really good job with it. I actually don't even know if those prototypes are actually still around. If I still have them, I should check that. But yeah. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is a really nice model. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty cool. So, now let's go on to the next one. Now, this ski speeder, you may be thinking to yourself, wait, this was not the one that you originally released, right, during the lead up to The Last Jedi. Yes, I know. This is not the original one, but this is the one that is right before the Adam 6 tutorial. So, I have no other choice but to show this, as it is right now in the order. So, yeah. Take that as you will, folks. But, yeah, honestly, if we were to compare the previous two versions, I think this one really is better, and I really worked on making this a lot better. Yeah, the added plate and the dust is just for an effect. I kind of just wanted to do that because why not? But honestly, I remember just showing you without these. I showed you guys without the mod, without the extra bit. And honestly, it looks really cool. I like how this speeder looks. It's a bit of a bigger version than the original model, and then the one version we'll be seeing in the next version. But that other version is also useful if you can't build this. I like to, if I can, build a extra version. There's some out there that actually have built. Like their bomber. You can always go build my bomber if you ever don't want to go build a Lego model. Build the Lego model, or you can't afford that version. So hey, there's always that bonus. So yeah. Honestly, I really like how this came out. It looks actually really cool, and I would if this was actually a Lego set, I would so build this. Honestly, I'd build all my Lego models if I had the parts, I would build them. So yeah, let's go on to the next one, shall we, folks? The Atom 6. Now, this is actually one of my favorite models as well from this lineup. As long as the actual Lego set. I actually like the Lego set as well. Although, I will say one thing I will need to fix is the height difference between the front and the back legs. One thing I do like about Studio as opposed to LDD is it won't tell me what I need to know. It won't tell me whatever I want. It will tell me, hey, as opposed to Studio, it would be like, hey, this is not connecting. You need to connect this. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So yeah, we've got the bits for the power cells, which you can fit right on in here. I can't fit them in here right now, but because it's digital. We have the giant laser cannon up in the back, kind of tucked away. We have the front cockpit area, the two with the 4 guns. God, man, this is a nice model. I think I did a really superb job of this one. And, it looks nice. The legs, again, like I mentioned, could be a little longer, or this could be a bit shorter. Again, I'll have to figure that out. But again, I was trying to go for accuracy on how that model was built. But, of course, that got me a bit of an issue with that. But again, I can always go and fix that. Let's kind of get in here on the ski speeder here. And this ski speeder here is actually a really nice ski speeder. I have another one of these in my room. It's not as complete as this version. I actually based this version off the one I have in my room, and it's pretty cool, honestly. That one kind of tends to feel like it's gonna fall apart. I don't know if this one will feel like it's gonna fall apart. I'm gonna want to buy the parts for this one and see if it will. But I mean, by that I mean like the little back tail here. It does feel like it wants to fall off, and it does tend to fall off. But I mean, that's just how it was assembled. I'm not faulting anything with that. But again, it looks cool. I like it. We've got the little gun there. We've got the cockpit and the little engine bit there. And the little peg down, which you can actually add some red bricks, 1x1 bricks, onto the back of it and give it that smoke effect if you so choose. I highly recommend that, though, because it looks dope. And, yeah. That's the Atom 6 with a micro version of my ski speeder, and I think it looks pretty cool. So, onto the Radis. I don't know how this thing got over, let me look here, I got up to 1,813 views at the point of me recording this. I don't know how this thing got to that point, but my God, that is insane to me. This thing is the highest video, my best video on the channel. That is insane to me. I don't know how I did that. To me, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. I don't know what I did for this. Maybe there wasn't a lot of Radis videos out before this, or no one really made a Radis tutorial, and I came out and I'm like, I am here for you all. I will give you a Radis tutorial. And y'all were clamoring? I don't know. That just shocked me. Just starting to see the numbers go and go and go, and I'm like, holy cow, this thing's going. People really like my Radis tutorial. We have the engines back here. We've got the all accurately placed and all that. We've got the cockpit. We've got the front here all sloped. I'm still amazed to this day about how crazy high this thing got in tutorial views. This thing is amazing to me. And that's one of the things that why I love about YouTube. You never know how much views they're going to get on a video. Sometimes you wish you could get more than what you got, and sometimes you're amazed by how much you got. But to me, that's always amazing. And I love this. I love that, you know? So yeah, I think I actually came in here and I actually edited up the interior up here. But you know, that's because it kind of needed it. But yeah. Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I think. Let's head on to the next model. The resistance transporter pod. Now this one was just made out of a hey, let's build that Lego set out of this into Lego. And I own the Lego set, so I figured I might as well. And plus, it was actually in the movie, so I mean I might as well. So I did. Doesn't have a lot of views on it, but I mean it works. It I'm like, hey, it's a cheaper alternative. It's a cheaper alternative. You got the engines on the back. We've got a nice slope here, which actually was a pain in the ass to build. I mean that I actually did a tutorial. I actually did a build talk video on this one. This one got a build talk video. Doesn't have a lot of views. I forget what I was talking about in that one. But yeah, this one didn't get a lot of views. But yeah, like I said, I based this thing off the actual model. It looks dope. I love it. And yeah, honestly, I feel like I couldn't be better, happier with this thing. It's not one of my favorite ones, but it is a good one. On to the Supremacy. This thing is a huge ship, alright? The tutorial I did for this thing was sucked, alright? I hated doing the tutorial, only because I had my iPad next to me, I was recording on LDD at the time, because the only way for me to actually record tutorials with LDD was I had to make a PDF of the thing, of the model, of the tutorial, share that onto my computer, share that onto like my iCloud or on iCloud or something on my family's iCloud, and then go from there with step-by-step instructions on how to build whatever we were build, and then use those instructions on my iPad and follow them. It was a pain in the ass to do. I mean that. This one is especially. There's other tutorials, that deserve that were like this, but this one was another one. We have like all the engines in like where they belong on the ship. We have like a nice little black bit on this ship here as well. We have like the cockpit section, like we have like the bridge section here, and like a little bit else. We have like the giant ass wings here. I remember when this thing was announced, I was like, holy crap, this thing is huge. So yeah, this thing is something. And yeah. But it's not that bad of a ship. I mean, I'm proud of how it came out, I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty dope ship. It's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. So let's head on to the next one. Why don't we? The Dreadnought. Yes. Ho ho ho, yes. I love this thing. I love how this thing came out. So I remember building this thing and I was like, okay, I just built like, the slopes along the middle, but it's like, wait a second, how is this thing gonna stay together? And I'm like, right. So I had to do this. I had to do this little pattern here, but I honestly feel like it adds to the design of the ship. And plus we have all the guns on the top of it. Oh man, it looks nice. I didn't know how many engines it had on the back or the color, so I just did this, and it actually looks nice to me. It actually works. We have our dreadnought, the giant cannons on the bottom here, which actually look amazing on here, and I love that. And we have the bridge, of course, up here, which actually looks really dope. I love how the bridge looks. Well, the bridge is like around here-ish, but this is a giant ass. It had this giant ass thing here, and I'm like, yeah, okay, we're gonna put that on the bridge on this ship. We're gonna embellish this on here. Yeah, this was a cool ship. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed building this ship. So yeah, I think that's it with this one, honestly. Oh, yo, I'm gonna have to fix this. Okay, then I'll have to come back and fix this. Okay, apparently this is out of whack. Okay, this is uneven. Ooh, boy, I'm gonna have to fix something here. Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter. I remember doing a prototype for this. But the prototype wasn't that good, and I came back and I redid it because I actually got the Lego set. That's a common theme with some of the sets. Once I got the Lego set, I'm like, yeah, you got the Lego set. All right, you're probably thinking you got the Lego set. Yeah, I got the Lego set. Okay, Christmas was like that time of the year for me to get the Lego sets. It was perfect because I could go and build the sets, and I can have like an actual physical representation like right next to me on my desk, and I can be like, okay, let's see how we built this, how this was built. I could like turn this thing around and fiddle around with it, and see how they built it, and see how a better way to build it. And this works. I honestly like it. I like how I designed this thing. We've got like medium cannons here, the bigger cannons here, and the other cannons here. And honestly, this is pretty cool. We got the little bit of engine there. The cockpit's right here, and I really like how I did that. I remember doing that from the original design. We got some gray here. But yeah, this is a pretty cool design, and I really like how this came out. Looks dope, awesome, and I love it. I believe next is Chiron's command shuttle, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Alrighty. God, this is a dope one. I'm not gonna lie. I have it right now in its flight mode. So yeah, take that as you will. But yeah. This can be folded up into into a landing mode, because we have landing gear. We've got, what else here? We've got, we've got landing gear, which we can put down. We can we can move. I remember how I did this, how I can move this, and it's pretty cool. I like how it looks. We even got its double guns, Honestly, this is dope. I like how this came out. We've got the little cockpit right here. The two engines right back here. I remember doing this and what's going to be next, the finalizer, like right at the end. Because I was going to do The Force Awakens later that year. And we did do The Force Awakens later that year. And I'm like, okay, so we're going to go from that to The Force Awakens. We're going to use this to branch off into The Force Awakens. So we did, and that was awesome. And I really enjoyed doing that. That was pretty dope. So yeah. Yeah, this is cool. I'm not gonna lie. I really like how this ship came out. I like how you can actually fold the wings up and have it in its landed mode, and it looks so dope. Like it works. It works as the ship it needs to attend as it needs to be, which I love. I love that fact. You can have it as Kylo Ren's command shuttle, like folded up and all that, which works perfectly. My dudes. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, my dudes. Alrighty, let's go on to the next one. All right. The finalizer. Yes. This one. It's got little gaps in here, as you can see, for the little hangar bay area where Poe and Finn were exiting out in the Force Awakens. We've got turbo lasers here. The bridge area, I believe, is around here-ish. Yeah, it is around here-ish because of the Rise of Skywalker. Yep. Remembering that scene. Yeah, this is a pretty dope model, I'm not gonna lie. I really like how this came out. It looks pretty cool. Looks like the ship. It looks awesome, by the way. And it just, oh man, I love the oscillating gray and light gray patterns on here. Dark gray and light gray pattern on here. It just looks so cool, and it really adds to the ship. So yeah, I think that's it with this one. There's not really much to go over. This one, so on to the next one. We have the super laser siege cannon. So yes, got this bad boy. So we're gonna kind of focus on the cannon first. The cannon wasn't that I feel like the cannon was a bit of difficulty to build because I was trying to go for one way, but then it was hard to get that, and I was like, okay, how do I okay. The cannon could be a bit bigger from what I know of, but it's whatever. We do have the legs actually. We do have the little legs here, which actually are, movable. You can move them up and down as you so choose, which is actually pretty cool. Um, and now let's kind of take a quick look at the AT haulers, which actually look pretty cool in my opinion. I did a pretty cool job of these. I remember doing one in the tutorial, but you were able to build two if you so choose. And yeah, these weren't that hard to do, but I was like, okay, how am I going to build these? And I figured that out, and I was like, okay, that's how we're doing them. And yeah, these look cool. I believe that's, yeah, those are, yeah. But yeah, these things look dope, and they look really cool, and yeah. And just them together, yeah. You could have like a number of my Atom 6s together. I could build a Walker from the movie, although I need better images of them, but hey. You can have them all lined up and have like a whole recreation of the battle from the movie. So yeah. I mean, it might not be to scale, but hey, it's at least the thought that counts in all this stuff. I think we have one more after this. I think we do. Ah, yes, the resistance transport. I built this. It's not that bad. Could it be better? Probably. It works, though. It works for what it needs to be. It works in my opinion. It's not that bad of a vehicle. It could be. It's pretty dope in my opinion. And yeah. Looks like a vehicle. It looks like, the transport pods. Not the transports, the resistance transports that they had in the movie. Well, somewhat, I mean, they're a bit more rounded in the middle, but, at least give it a shot. I might go back and redo these. Redo this thing. At least give it a go. I think that's the last one. No, that's the last one. So, yeah. We finished up with The Last Jedi, guys. We're going to now head on over to Pacific Rim. So, yeah. Well, Pacific Rim / Pacific Rim Rising, because I did this at the same time. So, yeah. Let's head on over to that. Alrighty, so let's get on into this. Pacific Rim. Let's do this thing, folks. Alrighty, so here we are with Gypsy Danger. Honestly, I'll say this: my Pacific Rim Uprising, my Pacific Rim line was a bit all over the place with how it was received. I just want to say that. I wish it could have been received a bit better with some of the models, but I mean, hey, that's just how it is. But I remember, especially with the Pacific Rim Uprising models, some of those went up like crazy. Uh, I just want to say, but we'll get to those models that were crazy. Went up crazy. I remember those. Not as crazy as, of course, the Radis. I mean, the Radis was like like the first video that ever reached 1,000 views ever. So yeah, here is Gypsy Danger. I honestly like how this one came out. We have like a little things here for like engines, for the engine. We have a little back thing here, lights, the reactor. Honestly, I like how this came out. The shoulders could be a bit better. I'm not gonna lie. I might want to take some inspiration on how I built this guy for my new designs I'm working on for the Transformer designs. Yes, I'm actually making some new Transformer designs. I'm working on that right now as I speak. But yeah, we got a foot design. Could have been a bit better, I'm not gonna lie. But the legs and the arms are actually really nice. The heads were on a ball joint, which were really cool. One of the things I will note is I did try to give these guys the ability to, you could take the arm, pop it off and attach the sword onto him. Yeah. The only problem is this is all, one giant build, and this is like, it's a bit of a mess. One of the other later ones we'll see, that's a whole other mess. I'm gonna need to go back and fix that at some point soon. Here's his plasma cans as well, which also can be, swapped in for his hands. So, yeah. Here is Gypsy Danger, which honestly I like how he came out. Then we're going to go on to Striker Eureka, which honestly he's also pretty cool. His swords actually swing down, as you can kind of tell how how I designed that. His chest is also able to pop open, because, he's got those missiles in the side of him, the ability to fire the missiles from inside his chest, which is actually a pretty cool design element of his. And yeah, I really like how he came out. He's really cool. He's got like the back fins on him. He's got like those fins on his back, Again, same feet design. One thing I will note with these guys are pretty much mostly copy paste designs, which you may notice with my Titanfall designs, and then subsequent Titanfall designs, and then the Bioshock Big Daddy designs. That was my goal, not to do. I wanted to change it up to make it so I can actually sit down and think about how I was building these, as opposed to copy paste. I'm trying to do that with the Transformer designs, but right now I'm so swamped right now with work, with homework, with schoolwork. It's not even funny. Well, not swamped, but I've got so much schoolwork. It's not even funny to be dealing with. So yeah. But yeah, trying to come up with a new design when I could just stick to what I had originally. It's a bit of a tricky way to go. Oh my god, I'm really tired. Okay. Next we have Damaged Gypsy Danger, which I forget why I decided to do this, but it was another way to get views. To be perfectly honest. And honestly, I have no problem that I did this, alright? It worked. Honestly, I like how it came out. It looks damaged. You can recreate that one scene in the movie. Honestly, I think that's why I did it, but hey, it's whatever. Honestly. But yeah. Here's Cherno Alpha. This guy was actually a bit different. I actually had to really figure out how we're going to attach the giant top bit on his head to his body. Attach, other pieces, like get this whole intersection in, The bodies of these guys are actually very unique as opposed to the rest of them. Legs and arms were similar, except for this guy. His arms are very similar. Are different with the hands, The hands are quite different, to be quite honest. But yeah. He looks dope. I'm not gonna lie. He has like that shoulder pattern as well on him. He's cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like how he came out. Crimson Typhoon. Now, I get how people are about like how the scaling and all that is, but that was the best I could do for his arms. I had to go with the 1x1 arm size because, that was the best I could do for the skinnier size. But the bigger arm, I couldn't think of a better way to make the arm size. So I was like, screw it, we're making his arm big AF, I gave him his backpack, his with the jets and all that. Worked out pretty well. He's got his claw, and he's got his saws that he can use. This thing is articulatable, which is actually really cool. So yeah, I actually really like that I was able to do that. The legs are very chicken leggy. I think somebody commented on this about like how like a kaiju would just be able to knock this thing ever down. I didn't get the whole comment because it was like very weirded. But I'm not trying to call somebody out. I'm just commenting. I'm making note about something I got a while back. So yeah, there's Crimson Typhoon. Now we're on to Pacific Uprising. Now I will remind you guys that I did these things at the exact same time. I did these movies together. Remember? Mondays and Fridays was when I was doing these guys. I was going mad on these two. Alright? I'm getting these out before leading up to the movie and after the movie. Because you know what? I'm doing it like that. I'm gangster like that. All right. I was gangster like that. All right. Yeah, before I saw the movie, I was like, why the hell does he have multiple colored swords? Now, after watching the movie, I realized, oh, he originally had one blue sword. And then he got the two orange swords from Obsidian Fury, which we'll be looking at later. Oh. That make a lot of sense. You have a little back thing here, a little back detailing there, which is actually pretty cool. We have the two cores there, some detailing there, some curvature on the body. Honestly, I like that I got some curvature on the body, you know. It's pretty cool. Again, the legs and the feet are pretty much the same. The arms are a bit different, of course. We've got his plasma cannons and his swords. So yeah, you know. Pretty cool. Bracer Phoenix, yeah, he was pretty cool. His shoulders were a bit weird to build, but I mean, were a bit of a tricky thing to build, but I was able to get those built. His one thing, I think I was like a giant, like a pair of guns that were on his one arm. Those were something I had to try building. He had a second pair of guns here. His mace, you can actually rip off his arm and put his mace on. You could take off a part of his arm, put his mace on, and you would have that. And you could also take his arm off, put this chain on, and attach it onto here. And Viola, you would have a his mace arm. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah, it could have been better, but I mean, hey, I honestly liked it. I honestly liked the design. Somebody mentioned in my comment section about how his color should have been tan. I am wholeheartedly standing with the idea that it should be gray or green. When I watched the movie, I'm like, yeah, it should be green. And let me just go back here. I go off the trailers. Like I went off the trailers off of these. I went ham off getting all the pictures. I had to go to I was on a trip before I left. Before I watched when I was on my way here. While I was working on this, and I went ham on these. I went ham on building these. All right. So don't y'all know? I know what I was building here. All right. So yeah. Guardian Bravo. Now he was a bit of a weird one to build. I mean, for one, we had like that little weird mace like gun thing that came off on the side, which honestly I was able to get built. Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is the one I'm gonna note. He is apparently in Electrical Whip 1. I have to figure out how to take him out of Electrical Whip 1. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but of course I'll figure that out. But yeah. We've got, like the giant, like little wings on the back of him. He's got, his little arm detailing here. I had to figure out how to make it so we can attach a little thing that looked like a gun on him, which actually I did a pretty good job on that. Yeah. Coloring wise and detailing wise, it's pretty good. His whips are actually pretty cool. I like how I built the whips. And I feel like they did a good job. And the shoulders are actually pretty nicely built as well. Kind of see how I tackle things on him. And, yeah. Again, like I said, I'm going to have to break these two. I don't know how the hell that happened, but that happened. So here's Saber Athena, who I will note for the longest time when I was trying to render its image, was a pain in the ass just because it was like, yeah, okay, no, we're only going to show a bit of the top, not half all the top. I was like, God, I need the whole image colored in the orange and the gray and one in my color. I'm like, and then I finally I'm like, thank you. So yeah. Yeah, Saber Athena looks dope. I got the, like circular bit on her. I think it's a. I'm just gonna call it sick with he. I forget what I said in the tutorial. If you criticize me, don't. Okay, I forget. Okay, it's been a long time. Okay, it's been a longer time since I recorded the video about the Silver Athena. I don't look back at all my videos. Okay, I'm a busy man. Okay, I'm in a college busy. College busy life. Don't criticize me. So yeah, her fins back here, pretty cool. Got like a bit of double set of shoulders, kind of following what we did with Gypsy Avenger, which was pretty cool. Yeah, really liked it, and the sword's pretty cool. I liked how that came out, honestly. I think I did a bang up job of that. And the two ones. This figuring out how to make the things split apart, it looked like it was split was a pain in the ass, but I figured it out eventually. So yeah, now on to Obsidian Fury, the villain, the rogue Jaeger in the movie. Trying to figure out why that's like that. Meh, whatever. That's some method to my madness. So yeah, we have some of the orange, like some of the detailing that was on him throughout on his body, the like transparent parts. His shoulder pieces here, which actually are portrayed pretty nicely. Nice little color bit around here as well, which is actually, I believe, I forget how I done that. Yeah, oh yeah, I can see how I did it. Pretty nicely done. His head, in that orange bit. Shoulders and arms look pretty dope. Feet again. Feet look a bit awkward. I get that. After looking at all these things look awkward with the feet size. But yeah, so yeah, there's not really much to go over this guy. He's very black, I will say that. He's a very black guy. Black robe, Jaeger. Now, to the last one of all this, the Kaiju Jaeger hybrid. I remember doing this like later in the end of the like near like later that year, very later in that year, maybe even in the beginning of 2019, because I said screw it, why not? I wanted to do it, and I liked it. I liked how he came together, and I'm like, you know what? This looks really cool. I think this looks nice, and I think I did a really good job of it, combining the Jaeger elements and the Kaiju elements, slapping them together. Did it pretty well. You know, looks nice, works pretty well, and I'm pretty proud of it. I like how it came together. I remember doing a Bell Talk video. I forget what the heck I was talking about in that Bell Talk video. I forget. Oh, right, yeah, I did. I uploaded. That was the video I uploaded to the Jaeger, the Kaiju, the whole Pacific Rim panel I did. I was at AwesomeCon. That was awesome. That was really awesome. I was able to post that because I was wanting to post that for a while actually. And this, of course, was after AwesomeCon. I believe leading up to AwesomeCon was either Pacific Rim, which I believe, because I know April, a good portion of April was, all of April Kaiju's, was the Kaiju. Not the Kaiju, but the Jaegers. And then after that was, what's his face? Yeah, after that was, Star Wars. We went on to the Star Wars stuff. So, yeah. I really like how these things came out. They're really cool, and I'm proud of how these came out. Um, so yeah, we're pretty much at the end of the Pacific Rim line. We'll be going on to next solo a Star Wars story. So we're gonna go on over to there next. All right, let's go on over there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part one of this video segment here. We've gone over 3 parts here. Before we even don't worry. Part two is coming out later today. If not, if you're watching this in the future though, the it's either carded up in the upper right hand corner or in the next or at the end carded. It is either way. It's in the end screen. So either way, you can check that out. You can watch it from there. And yeah, check it out. Highly recommend it because you can be able to see more of the models. You might see your favorite model down the line in one of these parts. So again, highly recommend checking it out. Um, the next like I said, don't worry. What was the next? Solo. Solo will be next. It will be starting us off in part 2. So go on ahead, check out part 2 when that comes out. So hit the in order for you to see that part 2, if you're watching this the day it comes out, hit that like, subscribe, subscribe, turn on notifications. Watch my hit subscribe, turn on notifications. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Tell me what your favorite. Tell me what you thought of this down in the comment section down below. Also, check out me on my socials. Link those in the description down below as well. My friends know Orion. Link that in the description down below as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So this is Damien from DK. Well, yeah, check me out on Patreon if you'd like. It's up to you if you want to help support the channel or not. There, or if you want to help us any other way by subscribing. So yeah. Or even hit that like button and sharing the video. That would be greatly appreciated if you could even share the video. So yeah. This is Damien from DKBrickStudios signing off, and remember, may the force of others be with you always. I'll see you all in the next video.
Birds of a feather, well weathered together, chasing the dark from the night. Trust in your feelings and find a new hope. Take your best shot and let go.